everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Jess, and if you guys are joining me for the very first time, I'm the maker and the big cheese behind Aegis Handcraft, and this is my YouTube channel. If you're wondering what this channel is going to be about, let me give you a brief rundown. I want this channel to be sort of an extension of the community that we started on Instagram and just in the denim head, denim enthusiasts, denim collectors, workwear, that kind of stuff. I generally just want to share with you guys my craft and give you guys a couple of tutorials. A lot of you guys ask me about random things, whether it be where I get my supplies or how to hem a pair of jeans or anything in general really, or reviews of workwear or things that we buy. And also, I guess the big elephant in the room being that I'm a girl. I happen to wear a lot of menswear. I happen to wear all the men's jeans and that kind of stuff, and I'm really into it. So this would be the place where you're able to find things relating to that kind of stuff. I don't want to blabber on, I just want to give you guys a tour of my shop because I'm super excited to be here, so let's just get to it. This is the part where if I had an extra set of hands, this immediately would have turned into an episode of Cribs, but because it's just me, you're gonna get a walkthrough slash me being chatty. So the wall that you're looking at right now is where I store most of my goods that are either ready to ship or still need a couple of things like either straps or a label or anything like that. So they're about 95% done. So all that stuff that you're seeing is heading out very, very soon. Up next is my new machine. I just got this machine maybe a month ago, but I haven't had the time to sit down and actually play with it. It's a Juki Union Special feller machine. And this is probably the most complicated machine I've ever had. I have no idea how to use it. I've tried it a couple of times. Apparently it takes about 3 years to perfect it. I had it specifically for a round of coats that I really want to make and other bags and stuff, but mainly because of the coats. And right above it is a series of cork boards where I pin up most of my pattern pieces or stencils that I use for either leather work or pockets or that kind of stuff. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 machines here. I have one at home, but I don't use that one because I'm here all the time. But I have 9 machines here in the shop, and I want to say that any given time I'm using about 3 or 4, depending on the project that I'm working on. A couple of them are fairly new, and so I'm still getting the hang of it, or I'm saving up for certain projects. Most, if not all, of my machines are set up on wheels, so I'm able to rotate them and move them around depending on the project that I'm working on. I try to make it so that it makes the most sense, and that way I'm bouncing in between machines and getting the work done. So the first machine I'm going to show you guys that I actually use relatively on a daily basis is my console machine. I got this machine a couple years ago and it was rusty and old and it definitely needed some TLC, but we've got it running. My guy helped me out. Shout out to you. Next is my Adler. Pretty much everything that I make is on this machine. It's a walking foot. I absolutely love this thing. It's a beast and it sounds like a lawnmower. Next is my overlock machine. I wanted to make sure that if I was going to make affordable pieces where I couldn't maybe fit it in a bias seam or a French seam or anything like that, that at least the edges were finished off. And so I got myself an overlock machine and I love this thing. Since the setup is currently only 3 machines, up next I'm going to show you guys my tool wall. Because I have a lot of the similar looking tools, just in different sizes, I wanted to have a space where I was able to see them and know that they were there. I know it's hard to believe because it's super tidy right now, but things get really messy, and so sometimes you can't find the tools, so that pegboard comes in handy. Up next is my roller cart that I lug around with me all throughout the shop. That's where I keep most of my rivets, my key rings, all that jazz. And then the next wall that I want to share with you guys is where I keep either projects that are still in the works, and that's up in the upper area. And then I have these cloth bins where I store most of my leather that's already been pre-cut, so you get a lot of straps of different widths or maybe belt strips or anything like that that's already been pre-cut, things that I normally just can't toss into either my scrap material bin or roll up and put it into my leather storage area. And then just below that I have a series of screens that I use for screen printing, any inks and all that stuff that I might use. And then next to that is my machine that I use for bar tacking. This one's fairly new and I love using this for reinforcing the pockets of totes or adding a couple of little reinforcements here and there. Right next to that is my beautiful Reese buttonholer. I love this thing. It's not set up because I'm missing a couple of spools of thread, but I'm gonna get that up and running next week, and that is also going to be part of my little coat project that I'm working on, so I'm excited to use it. And then of course, here's my shop table. Underneath is where I store anything that I'm working on or any rolls of denim that I might have that take up a bit more space. They're all tucked underneath there. It also happens to be the space where I package all of the things that I send out, so I also write all my thank you notes there, and that's pretty much where it all goes. Tucked away in this other little corner, I have my faff machine. This one is one of those unique machines that does 2 different things. I used to sew all of my bags on that thing, and I felt so bad because it's not meant for anything too heavy. But now I use it to sew up my bandanas or anything that's more of a lightweight fabric. And then lastly is this sort of pyramid thing, wedge area. This is where I keep all of my hardware nicely organized, or I try to, so that I know where everything is. And I think that's pretty much it. This is where the magic happens. I really am happy to be back, and I'm excited to show you guys other tutorials, videos, and things that I have coming up next. I'm hoping to be uploading every Friday and Saturday. If you guys want to keep updated, I don't know how this YouTube thing works, but I think there's like a bell or subscription thing. You guys can subscribe or whatever, just keep updated. Find me on Instagram, that's usually where I'm at. Also, if you have any ideas, comments, concerns, whatever, please feel free to get in touch with me. Write me a comment, email, send snail mail, send a pigeon, I don't care. I love hearing from you guys, so any sort of interaction is always nice. And stay tuned for part 2 of my shop tour. I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go get a burrito. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.